you've ever been in that state where your brain is like, you can almost catch yourself in that almost euphoric state of like getting into that deep sleep, but you're not quite asleep, and I was right in that spot, and it was relaxing, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was audible, if it was a dream, but it was my spirit, and I heard this soft voice just said, Sarah, Sarah. And then it said, do you believe that I am able? And I said, without a doubt. I mean, I instantly answered the question. But then the next part he said, do you believe that I will? And I couldn't answer. And I just had to be real honest with the Lord. I said, I know that you're able, but I don't know if you will. And for weeks I've grappled with that because I didn't want to just say what I know I should say, which is yes, because it's not honest. Until last Sunday when we were worshiping, I finally just stepped out in faith and I said, I'm going to say yes, because I know that you're able and that you will. Now that doesn't always look like a path that we want it to look like. And I was reminded last night that I'm walking out in answered prayers, but when I look at the journey that got me there, it was painful. But that doesn't mean that God didn't perform what I asked him to do. It just took a journey that I wouldn't have wished on anybody, but he still answered the prayer. And so I just want to encourage you to step out in faith and say yes. I know that you're able, and I know that you will. And then just trust the Lord that he's going to bring it about. And don't be discouraged if it's you having to walk through something you don't want to walk through. That doesn't mean that your prayer isn't being answered or that the Lord isn't doing a good work. We are refined by going through the fire. And it's a beautiful process. It shouldn't be discouraging. Really, it should be encouraging. But just step out in faith and say yes. And then I've been focusing on those scriptures in the Bible about the dad who wanted his son healed, and he just said, help my unbelief. Sometimes we just have to be honest with the Lord and say, I'm struggling with this faith thing, this belief thing. But like Sunday Joe was saying earlier, like we just have to have honest conversation with the Lord and be like, this is where I'm at, Lord, but this is where I want to go, and he will honor that. That's what he wants. So I just want to encourage you with that this morning.